Greetings. Welcome to the Ripple Effect. I am Selena. Today's topic is about season 6 Love is Blind. I said I would do another video about a different couple up there. So here it is. So today I'm going to talk about Sara and Jeramey and the life lessons we can take from this reality TV show, how it relates, and just some advice or questions or some things that I've seen in regards to the relationship that we got to see on the reality TV show. So, just to give some backstory, there will be some spoiler alerts, but the show has been on for so long, everybody should have seen it by now. Anywho, so Sara Ann was not chosen by Jeramey while they were in the pods. Jeramey chose to be with Laura, the realist, chose her, and while they were on their honeymoon, I believe, Sara Ann sent a message saying to Jeramey, loosely that I can remember, that if anything changes in his situation while he's with, I think, Laura, for him to reach out, or she wants to get to know him, something along those lines. Okay, now, before I go any further, he didn't choose you, okay? Let that be a sign, okay, ladies? Men know what they want. There may be a little ambiguity, maybe in careers or what kind of cars, but necessarily they really know what they want when they see it. And for those of you who are in godly, healthy relationships, when the man was with you, he knew that he wanted to be with you. There was really no wavering in decisions. And so when he chose Laura, he chose Laura. And so Sara Ann, on the reunion show, or I think in the conversation when they were at like this beach trip or something, she was saying that she needed closure, okay? Now see, closure for a lot of women has got us in trouble because we think we need something. We need God. That's what we need. We're looking to man to give us something that he cannot necessarily give us. And so she wanted, as she states, closure because she felt like she didn't get any in the pause when he ended up choosing Laura. And the closure that he gave you, which you should have realized, is that he did not choose you. That should have been enough closure for you right then and there. So as a new age term, people say she's a pick-me girl. Well, pick-me, sure? I don't know. Because she wanted to leave that door open to say like, hey, if things don't work out, I'm here just waiting for you. That's how it came across. And so, in general, ladies, okay, if a man is engaged to another woman, that's not your opportunity to shoot your shot. It's just not. Because he knows exactly what he wants. And he chose someone else. And to me, my opinion, okay, she did not accept that answer. She still wanted to see if she could possibly be the one that he wanted to be with. So later on, Laura states after, I think, meeting her family and everything, her and Jeramey had hung out, he had met her family. She says later on that night, he went to go be with Sara Ann. Now, at the time, I think she didn't know, or he had sent his location or something. And so she ended up finding out that he was at the bar, but later on, he was at Sara Ann's house. Now, Jeramey and Sara Ann have their story, okay, that they're sticking to, that nothing happened at 5 a.m. Now, I don't know. They both said that nothing inappropriate happened, even though it did, because if you're engaged to another woman, the inappropriateness is that you were hanging out with another woman till 5 a.m. So to say nothing inappropriate happened, it did, in the sense that you should not have been out with another woman. Now, Laura, which I appreciate, stuck to her guns. Stuck to it. She called Jeramey out for who she thought he was. Like saying that he was a clown and how disrespected he was to their relationship. Now, she stated that, yes, Although Sarah Ann left that door swinging open, okay, Jeramey walked right in it. Both feet just jumped right on into it because he had made the commitment to Laura and he failed to keep it by being with another woman, although he was engaged. And for some of us, okay, we will see a man that we think is ours, or that some way along the line, some women have really thought and believed that God will tell them that another woman's man, another woman's husband, another woman's fiance, boyfriend is their man. Okay? They're under that misconception, and it's not true. God is not the author of confusion. So he will not have a guy that's supposed to be your guy in another relationship and tell you at the time he's in another relationship, especially a marriage, that he's now your man. And so I appreciate the fact that Laura was upfront. She told him what it was and she didn't back down from it, because some of us will have a relationship with a man, be engaged, some of us married, and this man will be out with another woman, dating another woman, doing other things with another woman, and we'll believe the story he tell us. Nah, we were just talking till 5 a.m. That's what it was. She's my sister. She's really my cousin, my play cousins, my best friend's baby sister, baby mom, whatever the story may be, we will believe it. Now, I'm not saying whether it's true or not. Only those two people know what they did till 5 a.m. in the morning. But in our situation, outside of a reality TV show, when we're going through these things in our relationship, we need to make sure, one, as always, ladies, that we're in our prayer closets. And when something like this is to happen, where we're engaged to be married to another individual, and he has chosen to spend time outside of your relationship with another woman, that's a red flag, sis. Red flag. It's burning. Get your extinguisher out, okay? It is a sign that he lacks commitment. Now, there are some ladies, men, who may disagree with that. That's okay. Everyone's allowed to their opinion. However, I'm just saying what was perceived from the night they spent out till 5 a.m. and he was engaged to another woman. So on the reunion show, they showed a conversation that Sarah Ann had with Laura at their little barbecue event, what have you. And Laura, which I appreciate from her, she was able to try to warn Sara Ann, like, look, Jeramey don't seem to be a stand-up dude, okay? I feel like what he was saying to me and saying to you is not really true. He doesn't seem to come across as genuine. She called him a clown, which I love that word, because that's exactly how he was behaving. And she was trying to sound like, hey, I'm just trying to, like, be careful. I think that's what she said. And Sara Ann, she's sticking to her gun. She wanted Jeramey, okay? She wanted Jeramey, and she made that very clear by her actions. And she was so pleased with herself. On the reunion, she seemed so happy to be sitting next to someone who didn't choose her. Because some of us will be sitting, engaged with a man who didn't choose us, and we think like we won something. And what you've won is second place. I know that hurt. I know that it hurt me to say that, because, oh my goodness. And she felt so content with being there, saying that, she's in love with Jeramey. They had moved in together. Now, I'm just saying from a Christian point of view, okay? Moving in together, that's not something that solidifies a relationship. It doesn't. Commitment solidifies a relationship. Hence, covenant and marriage. And so, I don't believe these people were Christian. I'm just saying, in relation-wise, those who want to be in godly relationships, if you're already having issues and you're having red flags, and hopping into a lease and moving in together is not going to benefit the relationship. Some people think that, oh, that will help us see how we're supposed to live and, when we get married. It can, but it cannot. Because when you have that relationship of marriage and covenant and you're together, you stick it out. Not at the first sign of trouble you leave. Unlike when you're living together and you're boyfriend and girlfriend, you can break the leash, you can leave, separate, do whatever. So Within the marriage covenant, when things aren't going well and you're already living together, you should try your best within reason, okay? Not adultery and abuse, because some people have ran away with what they think I have said in a video, not really listening to what I have said in the video. So, this is just to say, ladies, that if a man is engaged, has a girlfriend, or married to someone else, that is not your sign to shoot your shot. I am astonished at the way women have taken up the role of man or men in a relationship. Now, I was going to do a different video about that, but I'm just going to give it a little smidge, just a little soundbite, okay? It upsets the order that was given to us by God. Now, I know a lot of us are not going to like that. I'm just a messenger. You can read the scripture for yourself, okay? There was God and Adam first. There was a relationship with God and Adam first before Eve even showed up. And prior to that, God gave Adam work to do. He was to till and cultivate the Garden of Eden. Hence, a man should have a job, ladies. Okay? Before he enters into covenant relationship with you. Now, I know some people ain't going to like that. They're not going to, but it's okay. It's the truth anyhow. So before there was a relationship, before there was covenant, it was God and Adam together first. He had a relationship with God first before Eve even showed up. And when he had his work of tilling the ground in the Garden of Eden, naming the animals in the Garden of Eden, then Eve showed up. And so when we're dealing with relationships and things of that nature, ladies, we must be wise in our decision making. And I know some of us may say, hey, my biological clock is ticking. I don't have time to wait for a man. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You sure do. Because there are times when ladies rush the clock, we rush the time, we slap God's hand aside and we say, you know what, I got this. God, you're taking too long, so I'm going to shoot my shot. I'm going to talk to, whoever the guy's name. I don't want to make up a name just in case somebody I know, and they might say I'm talking about that person, and I'm not. But just because you feel like God is taking too long, you don't want to wait, you want to necessarily shoot your shot or tell a guy that you're interested in him. Because men know. And I know some people might say, how can you know what a man is thinking? I'm not saying that I do. But what I'm telling you is, I am related to men, okay? And I have experienced different relationships where men are very clear in what they want and what they desire. So, if that's not for you, if you're saying, hey, I'm not going to wait for a man, whether he married, single, dating, engaged, I'm going to shoot my shot, go right ahead if that's what you choose to do. And enjoy the bed that you have made and going to sleep in. That's all I'm going to say, okay? So, I think I have mentioned everything that I wanted to mention about Sara and Jeramey. I might do a video about, what was the other guy? Jimmy. And the girl who said she looked like a celebrity, I can't remember her name. They were an interesting pair to watch because there were a lot of insecurities that showed up. There was a lot of things that we can take from that example there. But let me look at my notes. Yeah, I believe I mentioned everything. So, as always, ladies, thank you so much for watching.